Good morning students. Myself Srimati Vindya S, lecturer from Government Polytechnic, Imedihalli. In today's class, I'll be delivering a lecture on some topics on the Unit 1 chapter Architecture of Microcontroller Systems 8051 in for Microcontroller and Application subject, that is 15 MC 34. In the last class, we studied the memory organization of 8051, that is internal memory organization, that is internal ROM, internal RAM, and then external memory organizations. So in the internal memory, in the internal RAM organization, we saw the special function registers. So in today's class, I'll be explaining the special function registers: accumulator, register B, data pointer, and program counter. So what are special function registers? Special function registers, they act as a control table that monitor and control the operation of 8051 microcontroller. So here special function registers, they act as a control table that is going to monitor and control the operation of 8051 microcontroller. So in the internal RAM, the address space from 80H to FFH is allocated for special function registers. So these special function registers can be accessed by their names or by their addresses. Okay, these special function registers, they can be accessed by their names or by their addresses. So each special function register has 1 byte address and also an unique name which specifies its purpose. Okay, it has a unique name will be there, and even a 1 byte address will be there for each special function register. So in the internal RAM, the first 128 bytes, it's for regular internal RAM, and the next 128 bytes, that is the first 128 bytes means 00 to 7FH, that was for the regular internal RAM, and the next 128 bytes, that is from 80H to FFH, is for special function register. So there are 21 special function registers. So here not all the addresses from the 80H to FFH is used. The unused locations from 80H to FFH, they are called reserved locations, and that cannot be used by the 8051 programmer. So this is these are the some 21 special function registers. We have ACC, that is an accumulator, then B, register B. So both accumulator and register, they are called as math registers or CPU registers. Next is a data pointer. Data pointer, we have data point higher byte, data point lower byte. Okay, so these data pointer DPH and DPL, they are used for addressing the external memory. Next we have interrupt enable control, IE, then interrupt priority, IP. So both are interrupt signals, IE and IP. Next P0, P1, P2 and P3, they are input output port latches. Okay, next is PCON, power control, PSW, program status word, SCON, serial port control, SBUF, serial port data buffer. So these are serial communication special function registers, that is SCON and SBUF, serial port control and serial port data buffer. Next stack pointer, then TMOD, timer counter mode control, TCON, timer counter control, then timer TL0, TH0, TL1, TH1, that is timer not lower byte, timer not higher byte, timer 1 lower byte, timer 1 higher byte. So we have these are the special function registers. We have two 16-bit special function registers. One is program counter, and another one is a data pointer, that is DPH and DPL. So inclusive of both the DPH and DPL, they are 16-bit. So these are, and here the function is given and the internal RAM address is also given here, that is in a hex. That is from what is the address location for the special function registers? That is from 80H to FFH. Next is an accumulator. So register A is called as accumulator. What do you mean by accumulator? Why it is called as accumulator? Accumulator, the name came from the fact that this register is used to accumulate. Accumulate means or to store the result of all the arithmetic and most of the logical operations. It is used to, the register used to accumulate or store the result of the arithmetic and logical operations. So only it has got the name accumulator. So this accumulator is used in almost all data transfer and arithmetic instructions. Arithmetic operations means it may be an addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Then for the logical operations, that is AND, OR, NOT, NAND, NOR, XOR, XNOR. So these are logical operations. And for the data transfer operations, that is between the 8051 and the external memory, accumulator is used. Okay, so this is it, and its SFR, special function register, its address is 0E0H. Here we can see the accumulator register, they are bit addressable. So bit 0 to bit 7, that is an 8-bit wide. So here value on reset, the address is E0H, that is the address for the accumulator. So it is bit addressable. This is bit addressable, that means bit 1 or bit 2, bit 5, each bit can be addressed individually. So here for example, ACC.2 means bit 2 of the accumulator register, or ACC.5 means bit 5 of the accumulator register. So this accumulator register, why it is called as accumulator? Because the result it is used to accumulate or store the result of all the arithmetic and logical operations. So it is mainly used for all data transfer, arithmetic and logical operations. So its address is 0E0H and it is bit addressable. ACC.2 means bit 2 of the accumulator register. So next is register B, or it is also called as auxiliary register. So this, it is used to store the temporary results. This register B, it is used to store the temporary results. So even this is used along with accumulator. This is used in multiplication and division operations. Along with accumulator, it is used for multiplication and division operations. So these two operations are performed on the that means multiplication and division operations are performed on the data that are stored only in the registers A and register B. Okay, during the multiplication, example we have given mul AB, div AB, that means multiplication of A and B, multiplication of the data stored in A and B, and division of data stored in A and B. So during the multiplication operation, one of the operand, either multiplier or multiplicand, is stored in the B register, and also the result, higher byte of the result is stored in the B register. Okay. In case of division operation, B register, it holds the divisor and also the remainder of the result. Okay. In the multiplication operation, B register, it is used to store the multiplier or the multiplicand, one of the operand. It is used to store one of the operand, and also after the multiplication operation is performed, the result, higher byte of the result is stored in B register. And in case of division operation, B register, it holds divisor. It holds divisor, and after the division is performed, the result that is the remainder of the result is stored in register B. So it can also be used as general purpose register for normal operations. Register B can also be used as general purpose register. So only it is also called as auxiliary register. Auxiliary register to store the temporary results. It is also called as auxiliary register. Okay. ACC means accumulator register, B means register B. Okay. So next special function register is pointers registers. Pointer register means data pointer. So here, so one more thing, the address for the register B is F0H. The address for the register B is F0H. Next is a pointer register. Pointer register means data pointer. We will call data pointer. Data pointer is a 16-bit register, and it is a physical combination of data point lower and data point higher. That is, it is a physical combination of DPL and DPH. DPL is of 8-bit, DPH is of 8-bit. So totally DPTR means it is a 16-bit register. Okay, so two 8-bit registers, that is DPL and DPH, they physically combine together to form DPTR. So this DPTR that doesn't have any physical memory. DPTR doesn't have any physical memory. See the DPTR. DPTR means lower 8 bits for DPL and upper 8 bits for DPH. So this DPTR does not have physical memory address, but the DPL and DPH, that is data point lower and data point higher, they have a separate addresses in special function register memory space. That is, for DPL it is 82H and for DPH it is 83H. Okay, so this is the in the internal RAM location for the special function registers. The address for DPL data point lower is 82H and the address for data point higher is 83H. Where this data point register is used? Data point is used by a programmer for addressing the external memory, not the internal memory. For addressing any external memories, this data pointer is used. Okay, so data pointer means it is a 16-bit register. It is a physical combination of DPL and DPH, that is data point lower and data point higher. So this DPTR does not have a physical memory address. Okay, but DPL and DPH, that is data point lower and data point higher, they have a separate address in special function memory space. So for the data point lower, the address is 82H and for the data point higher, the address is 83H. Okay, and where these data pointers are used? Data pointer is used by the programmer for addressing the external memory. The external memory can be a RAM or ROM. Next is a program counter. So this is the only register that is not memory mapped in 8051. So the size is 16-bit. Sorry, 160-bit they have given. It is a 16-bit. The size is 16-bit. Okay. Always, what is the function of the program counter? It always points to the address of the next instruction to be executed. It always points to the address of the next instruction to be executed. This program counter, it does not store any instructions. It points to the address of the next instruction to be executed. PC will increase or it will increment automatically. Okay. So the content of the PC will be placed on the address bus to find and fetch the desired instruction. For example, in a program, if the processor is executing the program line number 1, in the line 2 second instruction will be there. That second instruction address will be in the program counter. So then CPU, if CPU knows the address, if this address is placed on the address bus, then the processor can fetch the desired instruction from this address. Okay, this is also 16-bit. It is not 160-bit. It is a 16-bit. Program counter is a 16-bit. Okay, and user cannot write in the program counter. User cannot write in the, we can't rewrite the program counter. Okay, since program counter is a 16-bit 8051, can access the program address from 000 to FFH, that is up to 64 kilobytes. Up to 64 kilobytes it can access the address. FFH means including internal memory as well as external memory addresses. It can access both internal as well as external. Internal, we saw internal RAM. What is the internal RAM? From 00 to FFFH. That is external RAM up to FFFH. So here it can access both internal as well as external RAM. So here it is up to 64 kilobytes. After reset, the program counter, while explaining the reset I have told, after reset, after the PC reset, after the resets, after the processor resets, the program counter always points to 000 of the program memory and is incremented each time an instruction is executed. Each time, line by line, The processor is going to execute one by one the instruction. So every time the program counter is going to be incremented. So the first instruction must be placed at 000 of the program memory. So after reset the first instruction should be placed in the 000 of the memory. Okay, so program counter, it is of 16 bit. It is of 16 bit. So what is the function of program counter? It always points to the address of the next instruction to be executed. So the contents of the program counter will be placed on the address bus to find and fetch the desired instructions. So PC will increase automatically. You cannot write in the PC. PC can access the program address from 000 to FFFFH, that is up to 64 kilobytes. So after reset, PC always points to 00 from the program memory and is incremented each time an instruction is executed. So the first instruction must be placed in 00 of the program memory. Okay. So in today's class we learned how many special function registers? 4. Accumulator, register B, then program counter and data pointer. So what is accumulator? Accumulator, it's a 8-bit register. Why it is called as accumulator? Because it is used to accumulate the result of all arithmetic and logical operations. So accumulator is used for all arithmetic and logical operations. What is a register B? Register B is used along with the accumulator in multiply and division operations. So here it is also called as auxiliary register. Why auxiliary register? Because it is used to store the temporary data. So in the multiplication process, the register B, during the multiplication process, that is multiplier or the multiplicand is stored in register B, and also the result, higher byte of the result was stored in register B. And in case of division operation, the B register, it holds the divisor and also the remainder of the result. So it can also be used as general purpose register for normal operations. So next is data pointer. Data pointer is a 16-bit register. So it is the physical combination of data point lower and data point higher. So data pointer does not have any physical memory address, but data point higher and data point lower, they have a separate addresses in special function register memory space. And data pointer is used by the programmer. Why data pointer is used? Data pointer is used by the programmer for addressing the external memory. So next is program counter. Program counter is also a 16-bit register. Program counter is used to fetch the address of the next instruction. So here the content of the PC will be placed on the address bus to fetch and find the desired instruction. Then PC will increment automatically, and it can be up to 64 kilobytes. It can access the address up to 64 kilobytes, and always after reset the PC always points to 000 of the program memory. So okay, so this is the special function registers of today's class. So let us see some multiple choice questions. Program counter stores what? Address of before instruction, address of the next instruction, data of the before execution to be executed, data of the execution instruction. What is the program counter? Why program counter is used? Address of before instruction, option A, option B, option C, or option D. So program counter stores the address of next instruction, that is option B. So next, the upper 128 bytes of an internal data memory from ATH through FFH usually represent general purpose registers, special function registers, stack pointers and program counters. What is the address of the internal data memory, that is upper 128 bytes ATH to FFH, that was used for special function registers? All these general purpose registers, stack pointers and program counters, stack pointers and program counters, they comes under special function registers. So special function registers, the address is from ATH to FFH. Next, what is the bit addressing range of addressable individual bits over the on-chip RAM? What is the bit addressing range of addressable individual bits over the on-chip RAM? That is from 00H to FFH, 01H to 7FH, 00H to 7FH and 80H to FFH. What is the bit addressing range of addressable individual bits over the on-chip RAM? What is the bit addressing range? Addressable individual bits, that is from bit addressing range of addressable individual bits over the on-chip RAM. What is the answer? That is from 00H to 7FH. That is for a bank register, 16-bit addressable registers. Then for the general purpose, that is for a scratch pad area. That is from 00 to 7FH. 80H to FFH, that is for special function registers. So the answer is 00 to 7FH. Next. Which register usually store the output generated by ALU in several arithmetic and logical operations? So, which register usually store the output generated by the ALU in several arithmetic and logical operations? So, whether that is an accumulator, special function register, timer register or stack pointer, which register we generally use here? The register is accumulator. Accumulator means it is going to accumulate or store the result of any arithmetic or logical operations. Okay. 8051 series have how many 16-bit registers? How many 16-bit registers are there? How many 16-bit registers are there? There are two 16-bit registers. One is a program counter and another one is a data pointer. So, two 16-bit registers. What is the address range of special function register bank? Once again, address range of special function register bank, that is 00 to 77H, 40 to 80H, 80 to 7FH, 80H to FFH. What is the address range? 80H to FFH, that is option D. There are primarily two types of register, general purpose register and dedicated registers. Both A and B, none of this. So, there are two types of registers, general purpose registers and dedicated registers. Okay. Our answer is both A and B, that is option C. Next. When 8051 wakes up, then 00 is loaded to which register? That means PSW, stack pointer, program counter or none of the mentioned. That means after reset, 00 is loaded to which register? That is loaded to program counter. 00 is loaded to program counter. Okay. Then name of typical dedicated register is program counter, instruction register, stack pointer, all of this. Answer is all of these. All are dedicated registers. All special function registers, they are also called as dedicated registers. Answer is option D. All of this. Okay. So these are some of the multiple choice questions on the today's topic. Then what you can expect the descriptive questions. Descriptive questions, they may explain, mention the special function registers. Mention the special function registers. You have to write down that table along with the function. Or individually they may ask, explain accumulator and register B, or explain the program counter, or explain the data pointer register, or explain all the sum of the special function registers. Depending on the marks, you have to write, you have to choose sum of the special function registers. Okay. So this is about the today's session. Thank you.